Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only Hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Miracle Boy Boxing, I'm your host, Hosting Cruz. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to talk to you guys about a fight that intrigues me out of all the fights that's going to take place on the Edgar Berlanga versus Mc Cory fight. On the undercard, I think is the third fight in, and that is between Yankiel Rivera out of Puerto Rico versus Andy Dominguez out of Mexico. So, y'all know how it is. Mexico versus Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico versus Mexico, however you want to put it. Another chapter, another classic chapter in this tremendous rivalry. It is the number one rivalry in boxing. And when you put these two together, man, it's always fireworks. Pure action rarely disappoints. And that's not going to change come this Saturday night when Yankiel and Andy step in the ring and duke it out and try to put each other's flags on the map for bragging rights. That's what it's all about all the time. When a Puerto Rican and a Mexican step into a boxing ring and they get it on. Let's start with Andy Dominguez out of Mexico, 10-0, 6 knockouts. Not a whole lot of amateur experience compared to Yankiel Rivera, which I'm going to talk to you guys in a bit. But he's 10-0, 6 knockouts. I've seen him fight. He has some very strong, sturdy legs. I was like, wow, he got some strong legs. He looks physically strong as well, and he can punch as well. And he also comes to fight. Typical Mexican, comes to fight and looks forward to a toe-to-toe slugfest. Looks for those exchanges. And what's interesting about this guy is that my boy over at True School Sports, Brendan, he said that Andy is the best fighter in the whole out of everyone under Salas. He's the best fighter. And that really speaks to me because that's a big saying. There's some big words because Ismael has some solid talent under his belt in his gym. And for Brendan to say, for BT to say Andy is his number one, is his favorite, says a lot. And it shows the intrigue in this fight of the type of challenge that Mr. Yankiel Rivera is going to be facing this Saturday night. It's not going to be no pushover. But as dangerous as Andy is, it's not. It doesn't mean that Yankiel ain't built for this type of challenge. He has a decorated amateur career, 133 wins in his amateur career. That's a lot of amateur experience. 13 losses out of 133 wins. That's very impressive. And he's the only Puerto Rican to represent Puerto Rico in the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo. So in boxing. So Yankiel Rivera represented Puerto Rico in the Olympics in 2020 in Tokyo. Like I said, the only Puerto Rican to do so in boxing. And picked up a couple bronze medals in the Pan American Games and other amateur tournaments. So a very decorated amateur, very skilled, very highly skilled, good boxer puncher. Is he a harder puncher than Andy Dominguez? No, I don't think so. Can he be able to make this fight as easy as possible? Yes, I believe so, and that's because of the skills and talent that he's possessed. Yankiel Rivera is an excellent fighter on the inside, outside, picks his shots well, pots shots well, excellent footwork. He knows how to get inside, step outside when needs to. Excellent punch placements. Good counter puncher. Like I said, a good boxer puncher himself. He's not a harder puncher than Andy, but he has a respectable pop. He's already dropped his opponent before in fights. And even at four fights in his career, he's had some solid competition against Fernando Diaz and Christian Robles in his last fight. In a fight that it was very competitive until he dropped Robles, another undefeated Mexican, and at Madison Square Garden. Now he is stepping into the ring with another undefeated Mexican against a Mexican that I feel that's more dangerous than Mr. Robles. Andy Dominguez is strong, can punch, and he's coming to fight. He's coming forward. And the danger, if I was a Yankiel Rivera fan, whoever's a Yankiel Rivera fan coming into this fight, I'll be nervous because Andy Dominguez can end this fight with one shot. Rivera has been touched to the face before, the chin, and he's shaking up a bit, but he cannot allow himself, it's going to be hard, he's cannot allow himself to get touched repeatedly or even one good solid shot by Mr. Andy Dominguez because it could be over. The good thing is, Yankiel has the talent, the boxing skills and the talent to get away from danger as much as possible. You know, the angles, the footwork, all that stuff, instead of getting into exchanges with Andy, because that's what Andy wants. Yankiel doesn't mind a firefight. We've seen it before, but at the same time, I do not recommend a firefight for Mr. Yankiel Rivera because Yankiel, I don't think, is the stronger guy. He's not the harder puncher. When it comes to durability and chin, I think Andy has it, not Yankiel. Of course, I'm Puerto Rican. I root for my Puerto Rican fighters. But coming into this fight, I'm acknowledged and I'm aware that this is going to be a tough challenge. Whoever's a Yankiel Rivera fan, I'll be nervous because this ain't going to be no slouch. This ain't going to be no cakewalk at all. So, however, if Yankiel was to win this fight, he will have earned it because it's not going to be no cakewalk. He's going to have to earn every bit in this fight to get away from harm's way. I think this fight is a 10-rounder, if I'm not mistaken. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. This fight is definitely has what it takes to become a tremendous fight on another classic chapter in the Mexico versus Puerto Rico rivalry. It even excites BT and excites me as well. I'm sure it excites many of you guys as well as fans. You know, this is going to be a tremendous fight. Of course, there are other exciting fights on the card. You know, Pablo Cesar Cano is on the co-main event. Andy Cruz, highly decorated amateur Cuban, is on the card as well. But this fight right here, Yankiel Rivera versus Andy Dominguez, this is a firefight. This is fireworks. This is a high-level chess match. Yankiel using his talent and skills to get away from the bombs that Andy Dominguez is going to be throwing at him. Because Andy Dominguez is going to be putting on that pressure, and Yankiel is going to be giving those angles and footwork to try to get out of harm's way as much as possible. It's a tremendous fight. It's a difficult fight. It's a hard fight for both guys. Not saying that Dominguez is going to win for sure. Going to put Yankiel Rivera's lights out. Or Yankiel is going to dance his way to a decision with his excellent footwork, tremendous timing, tremendous counters, and excellent pot shots and punch placements and boxing IQ. No, either way, this fight is going to be so hard for both that both guys are going to have to bring out everything in their arsenal to win this fight. It's a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a bit nervous coming in, but it's gonna be. It won't disappoint. May the best man win. Puerto Rico versus Mexico. Both guys undefeated. When it's Puerto Rico, Mexico, it's all about the bragging rights. Which country's better? And raising that flag up in the air even higher when it's all said and done. Looking forward to it, guys. This Saturday night on the Edgar Berlanga versus Mc Cory fight in Orlando at the Caribe Royale in the Zone, live on the Zone. And looking forward to it. Andy Dominguez, 10-0, 6 knockouts out of Mexico versus Yankiel Rivera, 4-0, 2 knockouts out of Puerto Rico, the Puerto Rican 2020 Olympian. Tremendous amateur standout. In my opinion, a future world champion. And the thing is, these two guys that are fighting, Andy and Yankiel, both guys are has what it takes to be future world champions. So this is how good this fight is on paper. So may the best man win on Saturday night. Looking forward to it. Miracle Boy Boxing. I'm your host, Wilson Cruz. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. It's always a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing right here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.